Girl, that's why you're single. That's why you're not married, okay? Because you won't make changes to better yourself. Hey y'all, welcome back to Just a Girl Talk. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So y'all, I wanted to make this video informative, fun, and centered around things that I've done differently since I've met my husband, been married. I either stopped doing these things, am learning to stop doing these things, or working through things that either he doesn't like. It just wouldn't, just wouldn't be conducive to being in a marriage. And I know some women are going to be like, oh, I would never do that. I wish I would change for a man. I wish I would. He better accept me for who I am. Girl, that's why you're single. That's why you're not married, okay? Because you won't make changes to better yourself to align with someone else, right? Sometimes change is necessary. Sometimes change is needed, and you may not even know that you need to change. That is the caveat, right? Do you know that if you change, doors will open up for you? Do you know that if you change, your life will change drastically? Okay. So the first thing that I stopped doing was eating pork. I think that was the first thing that I can remember, like I stopped and cut out to be in my relationship. I am born and raised Christians. Most Christians don't find anything wrong with pork. And I think I did eat pork for the first, definitely probably the first 2 years of our relationship, because I was in college. So we weren't around each other. And I think once I came home and we became together, I stopped eating pork. And it wasn't a big deal, to be quite honest. I mean, it was whatever, honestly. I didn't feel like I was fiending for pork, or feeling like I was going to lose my mind if I couldn't eat any more pork bacon or anything like that. So I stopped eating pork. It was whatever. And I've been pork free for 14, 15 years. I'm pork free. And now that I am a Muslim woman, we definitely won't eat pork in our house. So my kids don't eat pork. So I stopped that, right? It was just done, right? This next thing that I have tried to work on each and every day that my husband does not like is that I'm a yeller. And I feel like I just talk loud sometimes. In my household with my mom and my sister and we all yell when we talk loud. So my husband was like, you need to stop yelling. I'm like, I'm not even yelling. I'm literally just talking loud. So this has been a long process over these last 17 years. I really have had to work really hard to not yell. And it's not even that I'm yelling aggressively because I'm mad. It's just you just yell. And I think my kids know that's who I am. And my husband has had to accept that. It's, but if I had to pick and choose what would I prefer, I'll take the yelling. So I'm still slowly but surely trying to find different ways to communicate and have to yell up the steps to my kids and all of that stuff. So patience. I'm still trying. That was just the norm of my household. So for me, it's not that big of a deal, but we come from two different households, obviously. And in my husband's home, I don't think they yelled at all. So for me, it's dang, okay, I guess this is a big deal, The next thing that I have stopped doing was making small portions of food. I grew up in a home where my mom, again, it was just my mom, my sister, and I for the most part. Sometimes my dad was there, sometimes he wasn't. So my mom didn't make a lot of food. It wasn't just all these leftovers left over. We would eat if we wanted more for the night, but it wasn't leftovers for the next day. So I had to learn to cook in larger quantities. I'm not really a leftover person. So I don't really want the same thing 2-3 days at a time. Where my husband, my mother-in-law, she cooks in large quantities. She was, in a catering, the food business. So it's so different because it's I want more food. And I'm that is more food. We have enough. So trying to just still working on this. I've definitely gotten much better with making larger proportions. Also not making my husband a small plate. Also kind of was something I struggle with of I think that's what you would like. I'm also to remember that you're, a full grown man. Now I feel sometimes I can go overboard with the plates because I'm now you ain't gonna say I gave you a little bit. Okay, we're not gonna say that you Not gonna say that, okay? This next one, y'all, I feel like I have stopped. My husband might disagree, but I have really stopped and really worked hard to not even do this. My husband does not like for me to police pricing in the grocery store. And as hard as it is, y'all, I feel like I've done a really good job, like literally this whole, if not this whole year, a good portion where he voiced like it really makes him upset, it really bothers him that I'm like counting the money. And it's not about counting the money, it's just like some stuff is like, why are we paying this much money for something? Even if we have the money, it's just like, I just can't, I just don't, it just burns my blood to give these people $7 for a freaking, I don't know, a bag of chips. Like, just use that as an example, right? So once he said that he doesn't like that, yo, I literally have like zipped my mouth. I just keep walking. I don't make a peep. I don't make a facial expression. I really have just been like, okay, Janine, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a bottle of juice. It's just a bag of chips. It's just whatever. I've really had to, so I feel like I've done a really good job with letting it roll off my back and not worrying about it. Some stuff, y'all, when I say I'm still working on some stuff, I'm just like, I can't keep quiet. But for the most part, I think I've done a really, really good job. And I think my husband, I think he would agree. I hope he agrees. The next thing that I have done is a recent change, which is not wearing false lashes. My husband hates false lashes. And let me say this, when I decided to not wear false lashes, it was not like a planned agenda. I was just so annoyed one day with trying to put the false lashes on, and I crumbled them up and I was like, oh, so annoyed. So I just put on my mascara and I just left for the day, right? Because I was so annoyed I needed to get out the door. And as I went through the day, I just remember looking at my face and my eyes and I'm like, oh my God, this mascara makes my eyes look really good and makes my lashes look really long. And from there it was like, whatever, I'm just not gonna wear false lashes anymore. My husband does not like false lashes. So for me, I feel like me just happen to fall into that really has made him happy that he does not want me to wear false lashes. So I feel like I can honor that. It's not that big of a deal. I used to feel like it's the only way that your makeup's gonna look really glamorous and pop out. I will decide, if it's like a big event, a special event, if I want to wear lashes or not. But for the most part, my everyday makeup, when we go out, do things, I don't wear eyelashes. So I know that has made him really, really happy that I've decided to not wear mascara. I mean, that I have not decided to wear false lashes. So that's something that I have definitely stopped doing, and I know that it has made my husband happier, shall I say, when it comes to like when I'm getting dressed and going out, whatever. One thing that I stopped doing in the beginning of our relationship, y'all, I stopped wearing short shorts. I used to wear, not like the butt cheek was hanging out short shorts, but I would wear my little shorts. You like it's high, you got your little shorts on, and my husband just was not a fan of that. Like, not a fan of me wearing short shorts where they're kind of coming up. And at first I was like, it's not that big of a deal, it's just shorts. But for him, it was like, it's really, they're short, they're insinuating your butt and all this stuff. And I was like, you know what, it's not that big of a deal, right? I just stopped wearing shorts. And for me, it was like, you're just doing what you've always done. When it's hot, it's summertime, you grow up as a teenage girl, you're wearing your short shorts, all that stuff. So I had to like realize, like, okay, in the sense of these things, with certain clothing, certain things that my boyfriend at the time doesn't like it. So I stopped wearing shorts. Like I can wear Bermuda shorts, but I don't think anyone has ever caught me in short shorts. It's been like at least, y'all, probably 10 years. If not, my son he'll be 13 soon. So I want to say at least 10 to 12 years. Like I've literally stopped. Again, some women might be like, I wish I would stop. He won't have to accept me for who I am. But for me, it's like, if it makes my husband, at the time, make him feel uncomfortable, make him feel like it's drawing too much attention to my body, which it was, if I'm being realistic, I'm not going to wear it. I'm just not going to wear it. So like that stopped years ago. The last and final thing that I have stopped doing since meeting my husband is I have stopped being naive. I was very naive to a lot of things. I was very, just ignorant, unaware, and I just thought everything was like bubbles and rainbows and all of those things. So being with my husband and having a man who understands people and sees things before you can even see it, or before you even see it as a big deal, it has really helped change my life. And it did take me some time. This is not something that happened 17 years ago. This is something that is still very recent in the last, I would say, like 5 years of me being more realistic about people and how people treat me and what they see in me and what they may be using me for, because I didn't want to believe this. I didn't want to believe it at all, that even people that were in my life at a certain time, I was naive to the relationships that we share. So having my husband in my life has really helped change that. And now I can have a more like clear lens, a very, I don't give people so many chances to like take advantage of me and things like that. So yeah, so these are just some of the things that I've personally stopped doing or am working on or working through since being in my relationship over the last 17 years. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else can relate to things that they may have stopped since they met their partner. If you have stopped anything in particular, or you are trying to stop something that you know, feel like is an issue or causing problems, or just something that you just want to let go of, a bad habit, drop it in the comments. Let me know some of the things that you may be letting go of. All right, y'all, so that's another episode of Just a Girl Talk. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, share it out, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Bye.